don't really have anything reliable to scout with. They've got TA traps, but that's not giving you a huge AoE of vision. So it's, yeah, the vision and team fight around not just Roshan Pit, but any objectives is going to be a bit of a weak point of their draft.
Maybe the goal is just to get a couple of kills and take Roche themselves. Exo with Meld. Plenty of damage there. Add in a flash golem. Lots of ways for Boom to sneak a Roche. We'll make some nifty little plays. All gathered up mid.
30 seconds.
Nobody from LGD really showing here, though.
What? Okay. So, yeah, it doesn't look like both teams showing near this ward, but doesn't look like anything crazy happening. LGD do have 3-4 heroes positioned near this top side for the rune.
Oh, level 1 Meld from Jackie.
He's ready to pummel this brood.
Hello, Faith Beyond. Double Meld is a lot of damage and minus armor, and he's going to get it onto him.
Yep.
Unfortunate there's not a stun or something here, because that could have been a kill on the Broodmother if they'd had the follow through.
And doubly unfortunate he didn't get the rune as well. He lost that right-click battle. Brood picking it up, so it is going to be PSG.LGD with the extra bounty rune. Not the biggest deal in the world, but small little tidbit of gold advantage going their way early on.
Faith Beyond already showing the magic stick up against Decay, and Meld makes sense. And putting the Disruptor down here. A decent hero to trade blows with the Undying. And Boom with the early aggression. Just trying to force LGD away from the lane completely.
I think this brood does fine in your webs. You've got plenty of health regen combined with the stick. I don't think this harasses. Well, I mean, okay, I take that back. It's hurting a bit, but you know, you get decayed these Tengos, you get more value out of them. That's one way to look at it.
And it's Arme with the first blood.
Okay.
Just a couple of raises there. Chase down the DP.
Not something you expect, nor I feel like should happen, but Boom are just a bit off their games in this tournament, and PSG.LGD seem to be locked in ever since a slow day one.
Yeah, they're in the groove. And Jinq playing the safe lane Marcy. He's the position 4, but playing up here with the Shadow Fiend and melee support to open things up for the raises. That's down bottom, yeah, still just securing Jackie's farm here. And then dying, not able to pull or anything. His small camp has been blocked up, so it's all about keeping yourself in the lane, guarding these waves.
Yeah, they killed top potentially.
They're going again onto Tim's.
Away, yeah. Had the sick charges. Just kidding. Sorry, Observer. I apologize.
A glimpse back bottom. Scam getting dragged in. No, I've baited Scriff now as well.
Oh, it killed mid. It killed mid. Gotcha.
Or maybe. Nothing to say. Ooh. Nah.
We have too much power. We're abusing it. We're never. Scriff will never want to work with us ever again. He's putting in his request now. Never put these idiots on my stream.
He's probably giggling himself, having fun, yeah.
Good.
I mean, laning stage, what is it? You know, trading regen, getting last hits, adding a bit of entertainment is what we should be doing. It definitely is a scary mid lane. This Tiny offering kill threat once he's got a level in toss, and Storm Spirit with a 1-1-1 build, very good at chipping away at people. If you get under towers, you get a big creep wave going. Could see one of these heroes falling, while Jinq dropping very low. Rebounds in onto the two of them, though, as raises. Now Arme realizes he can't finish anybody off.
Interesting. He kind of chose to just re-engage there. But now level 3. So 2 points in the raises. SF could be in some trouble top, or is he going to get the kill? One more right click on FBZ. Ooh, has the stick. And we'll
a pretty full wand.
get away.
A gift from the tempest of battle.
Ooh.
Jinq back in the lane. Handing tangos over. Well, Tiny was trying to play under the tower here, but difficult against the Storm Spirit. So 19-7 for nothing to say, taking an upper hand against the Tiny. Well, back up top, Tim's playing forward. Jackie dies bottom as well at the same time. Every lane you look into, there's people rebounding, pouncing, jumping onto targets, and Arme. The stick's there from Tim's again, so needs another long-range raise to finish the job.
I'm going to be happy with how his lane's going. Has had his CS contested a little bit, but the 2 kills to his name really helping things out a lot. There's Disruptor trying to swoop on in here and get a glimpse back, but doesn't find Jackie's TA.
Oh, I'm wondering, how did that TA die? A Broodmother and a Disruptor. Now glimpsing him back in. I mean, maybe this is how he dies. Insatiable hunger with a chase and that Silken Bowler on him.
Yeah, that was a cheeky little play from Disruptor, but heads up from Jackie when he TP'd in, not letting himself get glimpsed back to Fana. That would have been an absolute disaster for his game if he got glimpsed there.
Well, this Refraction being burnt very quickly. And they've got another glimpse with a Thunder Strike onto Jackie if they want it. And why? Oh, he's out of mana now. That's why we don't see the Thunder Strike, spending it on the kinetic field instead.
Okay.
There's a lot of pressure on Jackie, though. And consistently low HP. The threat of death is always there from LGD.
They're doing everything they can to give this TA a tough time. For the most part, at least Jackie, despite outside of the death, has managed to get at least a decent amount of farm down here and hasn't been really put into too much pressure. Mid lane, Yopaj had nothing to say, juking it out, and it looks like Yopaj has overstayed his welcome. Nothing to say with the solo kill. He just got the raindrops. Perhaps something that Yopaj wasn't quite anticipating.
Yeah, the raindrops. Oh, that's how close that lane can be. Avalanche toss, nice combo, but Storm Spirit offering so much magical burst.
And he's got a bounty rune to fall back and grab, so he knows with Tiny coming back, he can't survive another combo, so he has to go get a rune and refill his bottle. So really good start for his Storm. Even before that, he was at least slightly ahead on some of these last hits and denies, so having a fantastic mid lane.
Yeah, curious to see what he does next. Oh, look at Y contesting and stealing jungle creeps from Jackie. Scam's going to zone him away, but they can't kill Disruptor.
Coming in to stop Storm to get this 6-minute rune.
Yeah, Avalanche toss on a bushwhack.
6.
Rebound across the Storm, thinking about playing aggressively with the sidekick and the dispose. They kill off the Tim's Hoodwink. Now Yopaj in trouble. No spells left for him. He's got 1 charges, but that's not going to save him. He got the regen rune, then died.
Dude, LGD is just so good. Xingqiu would TP before, like, in anticipation of that. Like, before the fight even broke out, he's like, okay, my Storm's camping this rune. It's going to get contested. I'm going to TP in for this one. And he's just there to turn it around, knowing that Storm can survive the combo.
It's just like wonderfully done. I'm just looking at the CS board. Everyone's got 10 plus denies on these core heroes, 30 last hits. Everyone's farming and denying away from their opponents. Just lane victories all across the board for LGD.
Yeah. It looked like...
What do you reckon...
Go ahead.
What do you reckon the item progression is going to be from this Storm? Because I feel like, you know, we've moved away from the null tally nonsense. Is it Kaya Sanj, Orchid? Like, what?
I feel like it's Kaya Sanj. I think the damage and mana efficiency you get from that combined with the survivability is really nice. Orchid is not the... He's got Kaya queued up. There you go. Just answers some of that question. But, yeah, I think Kaya Sanj, and then you kind of go from there. Maybe Kaya Sanj BKB. But not the best BKB game against TA Death Prophet, so maybe not.
We'll see what he does. TA going to clear out some stacks in the bottom jungle while we see the SF taking down the top jungle. 3,800 net worth for Arme, 2,800 for TA, so a 1,000 gap between the two carries.
Yeah. Same build as last time. Arme going into the Mask of Madness, just playing this kind of very farm-heavy game, letting his team make plays while he just goes from one camp to the next. Likely will fall back to the triangle once he has that Mask of Madness as well.
And if you thought the lanes were bad for Boom already, the tier 1 bottoms dropped to Faith Beyond with a catapult wave there. And this is where the Broodmother really starts to open up. Take control of jungle, accelerate with your farm, keep that bottom lane pressured. And we were asking what the response in the draft was going to be to this Brood, because you need someone that can stop the tier 2 push. Does Tiny just have to sit here?
Yeah, it kind of is only the Tiny who can do so, but he's your playmaker. If it's Tiny sitting bottom, that does not feel good at all. TA doesn't really have the ability to stand up against the Spiderling. Cyblades doesn't get the job done, so it does feel like a really delicate situation for Boom, where if they send Tiny bottom, then they're going to be giving up so much on the map and not have any playmaking whatsoever.
Yeah, and moving in to that mid lane from bottom. Nothing to say, getting bushwhacked, but a glimpse back by Y. Going to drag Yopaj in towards Xingqiu. They've got this sidekick damage going, but the Marcy dropping lower and lower, and a tombstone defensively placed by Skem. It's going to keep LGD away. In the meantime, you know, Y did kill off the Death Prophet, though, as Tiny survives it all.
Imagine how good Brood plus Alchemist would be together. Against Undying, that is. You spawn a bazillion zombies and just farm them all up. Because I'm just like watching like 30 zombies chase after these spiderlings, and my brain just goes to like, oh, where's Alchemist? Like, that's an Alchemist dream right there.
Give him all the money.
No. That's what's missing from the LGD draft. That's the carry here. Ame should have been playing this game. Missed
What could have been? What could have been? Yeah, why is he playing SF? Why did they first pick SF for him? Oh, he's got 5,000 net worth, that's why.
I thought LGD were a fun team.
Nah, too serious. I didn't have enough time to think about the Alchemist. They had a level 3 draft penalty to deal with.
So, Ame farms out the top jungle, then TP's into the triangle. He's got the Mask of Madness. TP's at the perfect time to get the double stack off. Just Ame things. This guy's a beast when it comes to farming efficiency, and he'll be Mask of Madnessing his way through these camps.
Yeah, knows exactly what he needs to do. And FBZ has EXO ready. Would love to get involved and take down this top tier 1, but Boom not really in the position to help him out. And Tiny needs to try farm into this blink, so he's holding into mid lane, guarded by the Tim's Hoodwink. And it looks like for now it's Skem's Undying that's bodyguarding that bottom tier 2 away from Faith Beyond's Brood.
Yeah, the Undying as the response to the Brood. For now, it's just about getting some levels and having somebody down there leeching some golden XP. You don't really want to send your cores down there. The TA much rather be farming safely in the jungle.
Invisibility.
Some good vision down here from LGD as well. Right next to the outpost. Get rid of the sentries of Boom. And nothing to say invis and lurking top. It looks like FBZ, if he steps too far forward, he's going to get caught by this. Oh, it's dangerous territory to be walking into. The jump. Nothing to say. A little glimpse as FBZ throws the silence out. Spirit Siphon to heal him up and a good bushwhack. Static Storm was just a zoning one, though, as LGD missed the mark on that initiation. But it looks like they forced, you know, a decent rotation. Even a TP cancelled by Skem, realizing there's nothing to do top. May as well just stay down bottom.
Yeah. It's the same kind of look from last time they played SF, where it's like they're running around trying to make plays while Ame just hits his jungle camp. But difference is they're just not quite connecting on some of these kills. We're seeing some of the limitations of Storm as a hero, bit low damage output, Disruptor, just the level 1 Thunderstrike, you know, nothing wrong with the build, but between the two supports and the Storm, they actually don't have that much kill potential. They need to almost be playing around the Brood, I feel like, if they want to get some kills.
Yeah, I do like the change up by the Storm going Witchblade rather than the Kaya. Add a bit more damage. I guess then he can go Witchblade, Kaya Sanj. Yes, Jackie. Oh, that's the TA. Yeah. For a second, I thought that was the Undying. You know, he's been down there guarding the bottom tower, but Skem leaving his TA alone, and now Ame. Requiem into Glimpse, attempted play. A little mistimed, would have been beautiful if they landed it. But Boom, once again, the hero's on the run.
Still making this move around the T1 tower, and I think that's what you watch LGD, and feels like whenever they make these nice smoke rotations, there's an immediate objective to be grabbed after it. Whereas a lot of other teams, like, they get in these positions where, okay, they smoke, they maybe even kill a core, but then it's like they just have to run back to their side of the map to keep farming because there's no towers to take. So very heads up as LGD continue to control this entire bottom side of the map with the Brood. Faith Beyond getting close to a Wraith Pack, so their team fight's ramping up quickly, and with Brood SF, like, they can easily take Roshan as well this game. With the T1 mid tower claimed, it really frees things up a lot for them to make these kind of plays.
Yeah, Boom are still building up a lot of stacks for this TA, though. Dragonlance done. Deso is on its way, slowly but surely. And finally, FBZ gets to use EXO on the top tier 1 tower.
It's a long time before seeing our first EXO.
Yeah. It looked like LGD wanted to defend this. They brought a hero up here. Now 3. A couple of them smoked.
Even just taking a fight with EXO wearing off. Like, if they wait like 10 seconds before engaging, this EXO is going to be pretty low. They don't... I mean, if they go Death Prop, they need to kill her before the heal comes in.
Well, the Static Storm's good. Yep. Try and kill her off before the Ghost return. There it is. Plenty. to take down FBZ, guard their tier 1 tower, and maybe even chase for more. Arme just running forward. The rest of his team were shoveling, healing, just waiting on the tower.
Brood keeping this TA out of this bottom lane, out of this bottom jungle, even doing some de-warding with the sentry. And gonna just keep the pressure up. Jackie definitely needs to go back and find those stacks soon. If LGD find these stacks, they'll happily fight over them.
That was well done by Yopaj. He used the illusion rune that was bottled to dodge the glimpse, so it doesn't get dragged back. And now TP's top to toss back Xinkyu. Arme comes in to save the day, though. Gives a target for the rebound. And off they pop.
Jackie's in at the Ancients. I was definitely getting a little bit nervous for Boom, thinking that these Ancients may get sniped if they get scattered out. I think there's a good chance LGD may have tried to take the fight to Boom at those Ancients, but still waiting on that Static Storm to come back up. So for the time being, LGD seem content to just play a bit more passively. Wait around. Army's getting closer and closer to BKB. Level 2 Requiem also going to be online soon. And it's really a bit more pressure on Boom to play. Their draft is meant to be the tempo draft. Like 15 minutes in is ideally when, if their draft kind of was executed correctly, they'd be taking Roshan with a TA Deso and, you know, playing around Tiny's Blink Dagger, but they're just a little bit behind some of these key item timings.
It's also been difficult for Tims to really find a place in this game. And with an Undying, you don't really have a support duo that can roam and smoke together. So it's really going to come down to this blink on Tiny, which is so close. They get the tower kill finally at top, and Yopaj looking for the kill. Marcy, bushwhacked very high up there above the canopy of the tree line, but sniped by Tims. They do get the takedown. And now it's just Yopaj needs to regen mana, get his blink, and start these smoke ganks. The train, it has to begin.
They've got everything they could hope for. I think making a smoke around this mid-tier 1, bringing Death Prophet over with Exorcism, they really should be trying to take either Roshan or the tier 1 mid.
Nothing to say. The blow up potential, but he's half HP, and maybe with the Ball Lightning 1 charges, gets himself the distance. He's out of there. Not able to kill him off.
No
Too tanky.
Yeah. They needed that little bit of extra damage, but the sharpshooter being on cooldown just costing them.
Yeah, nothing to say. He gets a bottle refill and a salve, so they can hold on to this tier 1 mid.
Oh.
Boom, still in the vicinity though. Like Yopaj is going in behind tier 2. I don't know if he's about to cut a wave or kill a courier, but he's been scouted. Yeah, they saw the Tiny.
Needs to be careful. Blinks to the side, goes for a TP out. The Storm.
The fear and the vortex. They catch him. Yep. Oh, Yopaj.
Yeah, I think if the Storm didn't catch him, the fear would have. So really heads up from Ame. And Boom. Gonna be a little bit concerned about this game. They're keeping FBZ top. He's got Exorcism. I think I'd much rather see him kind of linking up with his team around this mid lane, trying to get that tier 1 mid tower. They're also waiting for this TA Deso, which is why they can't just go into the Roshan pit. Perhaps with Deso plus Exorcism, Rosh is an objective. Even though down 9k gold, they will shred through Roshan, but they've got to make sure they're not getting caught in the pit.
Well, they've got to do something drastic and sometime soon. A 9,000 net worth lead here, and it doesn't look like anything's changing from LGD side. Just a systematic game plan that they're following through on. Get these neutral items up as Arme clears jungle. There's no real objective top for Boom to take with, what, 2 heroes there, 3 in their own Ancients area. 13-1 odds there I just saw pop up on my screen. I mean, this series has felt like a foregone conclusion, but Boom have more chances this time than they did in game 1. Oh, Yopaj, he's an opportunity here, but the Static Storm and Arme's BKB shredding through the Tiny. With Faith Beyond's arrival, they'll take him down. I don't even lose the Marcy.
Yeah, they've still got Exorcism, but I don't think they can take this fight 3 versus 5. TA's Desolator's online, but without a Blink Dagger or a BKB, you can't really just expect to be able to run in, and LGD will be rewarded with a Roshan and Aegis to play around on Storm, one of the best Aegis carries in the game. Taking it over the Sheriff, and they've got a glimpse catch on Skem as well.
And these adorable little spiders. The mechanical spiders just going in, giving vision. They've got high ground observer ward there as well, but LGD building on their lead. Aegis on the Storm now.
It's getting tough to watch. This game, it's definitely not over. Like, I remember you asking, like, last game, like, oh, do you have a chance? And it was very much like, not really.
No.
But their window to win this game is like now. Yeah, it's they've got to. They can't afford to make any more slip ups. Okay, kill him. Why? I mean, that's not the big kill they're looking for, but they need to play basically from here on out. Play this game pretty flawlessly, get a lot of value out of exorcisms, and make all the right moves.
Yeah, it has to be, you know, kill into D-ward, into kill, into tower, into D-ward, because the vision here from LGD is spot on. They get rid of one obs down in the bottom jungle, boom, and they move into the triangle now onto Army, the minus armor, and the damage. Another big kill. Can they turn this into the tier 1, into more vision control, into another jump maybe onto Jin-Q?
Got level 2 exorcism if they want to use it, but then I think with TA Deso they don't need to use it, and just a great find on the Shadow Fiend. Having that high ground ward and swooping on in and bringing him down. His BKB was 5 seconds from completion, coming back off cooldown, and boom, get themselves a nice find. They're going to take over this mid area of the map, and as you said, if they can get some kind of vision control around this area to set future kills, that would be huge for them.
And they do have a minute and a half on that observer ward that spotted out nothing to say in the top jungle.
They're currently being scouted though. They've just walked past an observer in the river, unfortunately.
And the Spiderlings are ancients as well. Seeing them coming, Yopaj does get the jump on the storm. Aegis in hand, gonna be claimed up by Boom. And LGD, see how quickly they sprint forward. The hasted Marcy, Yule's on the Death Prophet. LGD resetting, but they're just gonna glimpse back FBZ here. Unleashed from the Jin-Q, Marcy trying to batter into him, but a toss back play from Yopaj, saving the day. Boom, with some great slick moves here. A little bit of outplays over LGD here.
Yeah, they're making these right moves. We talked about how from here on out, this is their timing, and they've got to, you know, be taking fights, going for ganks, and looking to play into LGD. They can't just play keep away and try and farm. 5-man smoke. They're looking for their next move. They've got to keep playing aggressive. They're going to see the Storm TP bottom, so they know LGD is split up. They know this SF could just be mincemeat here.
Yeah, there it is, the jump. Arme, bushwhack, chain stun, dead again. No chance to BKB. And Jin-Q's Marcy, another one. Oh, it's getting interesting now. No longer a foregone conclusion. FBZ gets the Yule's cancel on the TP of Y. Chasing him in, forcing a static storm, killing the hero, and looking for the courier as well. Another one, a target for Boom. But what's next? There's no Roshan. There's no chance to go tier 2. Where do they go?
I think you kind of fall back and farm a little bit, wait to try find where the next pickoffs are going to be, but just shove out some lanes, farm some jungle camps, try and regain some vision control, because there's some cliff wards from LGD, so they'll get the D-warding off, and I think they're doing everything right for the time being. They're coming back, they're clawing their way into this game, and they also stole the gem, which is going to allow them to kind of win this vision battle. Well, maybe not win it, but at least kind of compete with it, because they're still up against the Spiderlings. And given that they don't have this easy access to scouting, having Wise Gem for free is huge for Boom.
How many smokes have they got? Just one after the other, after the other. It looks like they've kind of run out, but they've got the Storm Spirit all caught up again. Shackled to the trees and nothing to say, dead for 45 seconds. A key moment now, if they can get a kill on a Broodmother in particular, gives them the map space they need, because Faith Beyond has been such a pest with these Spiderlings.
He just seems to be the one player that cannot be caught with how he's moving around the map, playing in his webs and playing away from Boom. They've also got Wise Disruptor once again from kill to kill. Boom.
Yeah, finding every pickoff they need.
This is an absolutely explosive couple of minutes here. Boom have completely turned this game around, and if they can keep on doing this and secure next Roshan, all of a sudden this will be an entirely different game.
Yeah, from 10k lead to 5k. Let's see if they can bridge the gap even further. Take the outpost back in the bottom jungle. They've got a couple of wards to play around now. And most importantly, that high ground one still up near the Dire Ancients. And a tier 1 bottom looks like that's the target of choice. Faith Beyond trying to defend it. He's got Assault Cuirass, Wraith Pact. But the rest of LGD, they're grouping up mid-tier 2 for a smoke play of their own. Time to fight back. They've given up a lot of ground here to Boom. Let's see if LGD can reclaim it.
Yeah, they just got to stop getting jumped. Like, they're getting jumped and not getting BKBs off. They want to be the ones starting fight.
Storm. Tiny is in on the Disruptor, and the 2 supports being blown up. But they've got the catch on the Tim's Hoodwink. Nothing to say, but there's BKB getting back out of danger now, though, as Arme just didn't have a chance to join the fight.
Boom. On, though.
They're on the hunt. They want to catch the Shadow Fiend, but he turns with some big hits.
Aster
takes down the DP, and Jackie next up. 4 down for Boom. What looked like a decent fight for them just turns on its head.
even the chase, in my mind, I was like, yeah, keep going. They just use their BKBs, but SF was just baiting them on the high ground with a perfect Requiem. Blows up the Death Prophet during Exorcism because the rest of the Boom heroes were getting feared. And PSG.LGD showing that even with not the perfect start to that fight, they're able to bait Boom in, and they kind of know Boom just want to keep on fighting. That's kind of what their draft has to do, and they use that information and take it for their own advantage with that little high ground bait.
Yeah, a lot of damage there from the Shadow Fiend. 4,500. Half of what the entirety of the Dire team did. A 2,000 net worth swing as well, so it brings it back up to 10k for LGD. As Faith Beyond gets scouted, but Tiny makes a jump on the Disruptor instead. A Yopaj not committing for it though. Realizing that LGD could be just around the corner here.
Almost looked like he thought Y broke the smoke on Disruptor because Faith Beyond perhaps was standing on some trees, so may not have quite realized that there was a Brood on top of him.
These spiderlings, these bloody spiderlings, they're everywhere. They're here.
Almost looked like he thought Y broke the smoke on Disruptor because Faith Beyond perhaps was standing on some trees, so may not have quite realized that there was a Brood on top of him.
These spiderlings, these bloody spiderlings, they're everywhere.
Storm TPing in. LGD want to hold this outpost and take another fight. As long as they've got vision and high ground advantage, the key thing is, yeah, just get these BKBs off. Don't let Tiny get a jump on someone and kill a SF or a Storm before they get BKB out.
And TA not going to go for the blink or finish the pike yet. Jackie opting for the MKB next, so going raw damage on this Templar Assassin. I guess against the Silken Bowler, that's always going to help as well. Very irritating spell once your BKB is down, having that a huge miss percentage chance.
For Boom, I think they need to be thinking about when that next smoke is up. When can we make another play? They've got the gem still on the Undying. He's the one hero who didn't die last fight, so fortunately for them, they still get to play around this. But you can see, look at the mini-map. The spiderlings are just everywhere. They're just littered around, scouting out the entire map, it feels like.
Yeah, they see Scam.
Oh, that's the
They'll
gem.
make the jump, cancel the TP out, claim the gem, and even kill off Scam's courier as well.
That's the spiderling vision. That's such a big part about why these summon heroes are so popular in this meta.
Faith Beyond straight onto the tier 2 mid. FBZ getting kicked out of the lane and holding his high ground. Cutting wave top to make sure there's no hardcore push on the tier 2 up there either. Are they thinking about high ground here? With no Aegis? No creep wave?
Thinking about, but quickly being... Oh, are they being shut down?
Storm. He's found Yopaj. He's got a blink dagger.
Oh, no,
cancelled. The timing there, but a toss back.
Yeah.
Gets him away. It looked like Y was TPing bottom. Did someone cancel it, or did he?
I think LGD need to get the hell out of mid lane now with Tiny getting out of there. He's TP'd home, healed up, ready to fight mid, and if they take this fight, there's no Storm. So LGD, I think, rightfully recognized. Time to back off, wait for Roshan. Boom do have TA traps, so they'll know this Rosh is alive, and they're charging forward. They want to fight knowing that Storm is elsewhere.
Tiny's in, tosses back one. Tim's healed up by the Soul Rip, but Xingqiu focused by the Templar Assassin, while FBZ got to be careful of this Shadow Fiend damage, and Tiny trapped inside the Static Storm, and he's slowed down to a crawl and picked off. The damage was enough from the SF, launching it from the high ground, and FBZ's walked back into potentially death himself. Glimmer caved up for the meantime, but the fade time wasn't fast enough.
Man, SF just hitting his stride and causing all kinds of problems. They win that fight. Storm does nothing. He's just walking on over. That was a 4v5, and again, highlighting how important playing around your vision in these high grounds is. LGD just not letting Boom Esports get a clean engagement. The toss back just not quite enough, and even though Tim survives on a sliver of health there, it's just not enough for Boom to turn the fight.
Yeah, and even with Roshan alive, LGD feeling the pace of this game is set at which they can go high ground and take a tier 3. May not commit for the barracks though. There's a double damage rune that spawned down at bottom, and that's a great opportunity to walk into the pit.
See if Storm passes the bottle over. Yep, SF's going to have that. May not even need it for the Rosh itself, but if a team fight breaks out, which it looks like Boom is going to be running at, LGD wanting to make sure that they need to win a fight now and get Roshan. That is Boom's win condition this game.
And pick off whoever they can find. Oh, Scam. He glimmers up to high ground, but they've been scouted. Smoke broken. Vision given, and Zinq with Arme. They see Scam there. He's all alone. 2 quick hits from Arme clears him up, while the Tiny, aiming disruptor, doesn't have the same luxury of blowing up a support. Now caught out by the Storm and dragged back with a glimpse. 50 seconds without a Tiny gives a free Roshan to LGD here.
Did finish off the support with the tree toss, but he's not going to feel great about that one. Just desperation times for Boom, and unfortunately not being able to contest Roshan means SF gets the Aegis plus the free shard, and this time around giving the Aegis to SF I think makes it pretty clear that LGD's intentions is just to try and force the high ground with Shadow Fiend. He's the building sieger, so giving the Aegis to the hero that's going to be plopping himself on the high ground to take these lanes of Rax.
And only one outer tower separates them from going back up there again. Nothing to say, he's pushed out the mid lane, so that will crash upon the Radiant base. And Arme, a few seconds left of the DD. Just going to kill some creeps on his way towards the tier 3. A little tentative, though, even with Spiderlings going up to scout them out. Oh, look at what they're doing. Spiderlings on top of SF.
Yeah, that's so cool. It's actually so smart. You've got to clear them if you want to toss it in. Like, he's high ground.
Like,
yeah, I don't know.
Tiny has to, like, tree toss the spiders first. Some good bushwhacks coming in from Tim's.
Yeah. Even though SF has Aegis, like, he's the one you still want to toss in. Like, toss him in and try kill him twice.
And Storm, knowing where that hoodwink was, goes in deep with Zinq there. They'll grab in onto this DP, and the amount of damage they've got from Shadow Fiend and Marcy. Short work made of her. The toss there, it's on a creep. Yopaj doesn't get the target he desired. And LGD, they can just swing it towards mid, get this second lane of barracks, it looks like.
Building's just melting. The minus armor from the AC plus the presence adding up significantly. Faith Beyond just going to BKB, making sure he doesn't get tossed back in or anything, and they'll go from mid lane to bottom lane with a glimpse back. Yopaj made this guy.
Hey, he's straight up dead. With no buyback on him. DP and the hoodwink gone. The Tims will spend his buyback to try and defend this final lane of barracks. But LGD, they're in 5th gear now. Day 3 of the group stage, they are showing up and look unstoppable. Boom, not standing a chance. And even with some cool plays in the mid game to chain smokes together, they are losing their base. The foundation has been shaken, and Arme, he's taken down the TA now. No buyback on Jackie. A Yules from FBZ will buy a little bit of time with his BKB up, but it's all over. A 2-0 victory in about 50 minutes here. First game was 25 odd minutes, 31 for LGD in game 2. Straightforward victory.
A better game 2, and I think a game 2 where I still got to, I don't think Boom get outdrafted this game. Game 1, the draft was a disaster. This time around, it's just pure outplay, out execution. Individually, like, nothing to say. Mid was outplaying Yopaj, was making all the right. That top rune play where they bring in Zinq as well was super clever from LGD.